Let's just start it off. Who do you got? Chiefs or Eagles?
All right. I hate both teams. That's pretty
Same. I'm
obvious.
rooting for terrorism. I'm kidding.
I don't even really want to watch it, but I think that taking the dog is probably a good thing. And I know
Mhm.
that he is a favorite though, so he's the people's champ.
Are you
Um,
talking about Mahomes?
yeah.
Okay, so I haven't even checked the spread. So the
So
Eagles are
it's
the favorites then.
it's plus 1.5, or 1.5 is the spread.
Hmm.
I do think, at the beginning of it, I was very Eagles like because I do think that the NFC is pretty strong and
Hmm.
them going into, how their record is. I just don't think that that Mahomes and his team will just, give up. And they're those kind, you know how that team works. Like
Yeah.
they're just so I'm gonna win and do everything I can. And I think he faked the whole like ankle thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not
I-
really sure, but I like the attractiveness of the dog is kind of like it reminds me of the Tom Brady role. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the first Super Bowl in a while. Like everything else aside, it's the first Super Bowl, and I don't remember how long that I've gone into it just like not sure who was going to win. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because it's like there's always like a clear cut favorite, and that team doesn't always necessarily win. But
Mhm.
this is the first one. It's like it's up in the air. I have
It
no
is.
idea.
It is. It's the only thing that gives you a little bit of an edge is that they've made it there so many times that they actually know what they're doing, and
Hmm.
that and that they have a coach that has been on both sides of the actual teams.
Yeah.
It just depends on how healthy they are. Like to be honest, but no one will ever know that. I just
So,
feel like they have the edge. I know that the Eagles have been cutting it close. Obviously, with our team, I mean, we totally didn't even get a chance, right? I'm a Niner fan, so I'm really salty about what happened. So, I was just kind of like, dude, what the hell? Like, did they really think that they were that good? I
right.
just don't know. I feel like the records also, like Mahomes almost lost to Joe Burrow, and that's a tough team. You see what I'm saying? So you can and then you play a handicap team like the 49ers who aren't supposed to be handicapped and they were never supposed to be there, but hey, and you're the
Yeah.
favorite. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. So one of the things we cover on this show when we don't talk sports often, but what we do talk is corruption and poor officiating. Do you think we're going to see some tomfoolery from the refs this week?
Oh, absolutely. Did you see what happened with Goodell and what he said about the officiating was great this year? It was like, dude, do you mean to say that it was so obvious this year? Because that's what it was.
It was great in the sense that they influenced games the way he wanted them to. Like that's
Absolutely.
that when he says we have different definitions of great, like
Mhm.
me and Roger Goodell when it comes to officiating. So I
Unless it's for your team, you're not happy. You know
right,
what I mean?
exactly. Well, and it's like I can't lie, it's like that BS flag comes out late and it
Right.
favors my team and I'm like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah.
We all
But
do
then
it.
but on the other side, you're like, dude, that's not even, and
It
just freaking out.
and I borderline lost it on the show last week talking about how the NFL's basically it's getting unwatchable. Just with, I mean, I'm not a Cincinnati fan, but to
Mhm.
just watch every single flag go one team's
I
way,
know.
you
I
know what I
know.
mean? It's just when it's and they're all in key moments, and it's like I said last week, when you just have incompetent officials, that's fine. Like we've all had that coworker that you're like, how the hell does this guy have a job? I get it. Humans suck at their job sometimes, but when it's every single call goes one way in critical moments, it's when I start scratching my head and asking
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, and
It,
that's what they call great, right? Or that they thought that it was well improved or whatever. But
yeah.
I just think, it depends too on that. Like there's so many stats everywhere and this is
Hmm.
when it comes out, right?
Yeah.
Caleb, it's like it'll come out with like, oh, the referee has been, doing this for officiating for this long and he's usually like, whatever and this towards the favorites or whatever it is. But it is in Arizona, so, it's probably a little bit more tough to play for both teams because they're
Hmm.
not familiar.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more tough for the Eagles. I don't know. Um,
It's a further trip for the Eagles, but
yeah,
you'd think that they're going to be go. they're going to be there long enough that the time zones and jet lag shouldn't be an issue. At least you would hope not.
Yeah, and they've been doing this whole hangover. We made it to the Super Bowl thing for like a week or two now, right? So, yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. The emotional hangover for Philly. I didn't even consider that.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're back
Just
on their
high.
thing. Yep. Yep. That's a
And
high
and to
risk there.
yeah, and to Pat, it's more like, okay, guys, like we know how this feels so many times. You know what I mean? Like we've been here before. Like we're not done. And then like he feels the loss to like Tom Brady.
Right.
I mean,
But let me warn you guys that I know she said the Chiefs go with the Chiefs at +1.5. The Kansas City Chiefs are the most frustrating team to gamble on because they will win 9 times out of 10, but they never cover the spread.
yeah,
You will lose more money betting on the Kansas City
it's true.
Chiefs as favorites than any other team in the league. It is completely crazy. It's like they know, and they're
It's
like, "Oh,
true.
we're 9.5-point favorites. We'll let him get that field goal. Go ahead. We're not worried about it." Like it's crazy. It's like,
Yeah, but this year there are some trends to watch out for. Like the total has gone under in 4 of Kansas City's last 5 games.
oh, really?
Yep, and the total has gone under in 5 of Philadelphia's last 6 games.
Okay.
So, but it depends, right? On like, does that mean they can go over well easily, or is it that the defense really does make plays?
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
And then there's also the total has gone over in 4 of Philadelphia's last 5 games against Kansas City. So you see how confusing that gets?
There's a stat for everything. I
I
swear to God,
know.
it hurts my head.
Yeah.
All right, before we get you out of here, let's go over some of these prop bets real
All
quick.
right.
Okay, first one, color of the Gatorade shower, orange is +250 as the favorite.
Is that what you think?
It's
Is it
I'm looking right now. You got orange is +250, and
uh-huh.
then the big dog pick here at +1600 is they don't pour any Gatorade at all.
Dang, why wouldn't they do that?
What if
That's
it's
so
like
crazy.
what if it's like Powerade? Oh no, Gatorade's an official. That wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Gatorade's official. So I
Uh,
would take, I don't know. I would take like blue, or actually no, red. Red
I
or
would think red with Kansas City. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Or just
it.
red because like Arizona, they have
Yeah.
that ready or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. Red or
That would
white, whatever.
red. Also, fun fact, guys, red Gatorade hangover cure. It's a silver bullet, I
It's
swear.
true.
um, I don't know. It's something about the color red. The others are good, but none of them are as good as red. You know what I mean?
True.
It's like
And no matter what it is too, G2,
yep,
low,
all of
whatever.
them. Yep,
Yeah.
it's red. We stock up on red Gatorade in our house. What will be mentioned first during the MVP speech? At -120, you've got team and teammates. Next up is city and fans, then God and religion, then family, then coaches, and then the owner is coming
I
in
would
at dead
say
last.
city and fans.
City and
Or
God might.
wait, did you say family?
Families after God and religion. I would probably think it would be God and religion. I feel like that's
Oh,
what would
because
be.
they do the speech first. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you. Yeah,
yeah.
okay,
So it's
yeah.
who will they?
Maybe, yeah, God and religion, and then family and fans. I don't
Yeah.
know. Whatever.
Yeah. Will a player propose after the game? Yes is +400. No is
Damn.
-650.
I don't know. We got to do some research on who's engaged and getting married or
Well,
whatever.
one of them's apparently dating Jeffree Star, the makeup guy. So whatever. Not on these teams, but
Well, then, yeah, fuck it. Give me +400.
which chip company commercial will air first? Doritos or Pringles? It's got to be Doritos.
Doritos, dude,
Yeah.
100%. If Pringles come out of nowhere, I'm throwing something at the TV.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck that. Sorry.
No, you're good. Which snack company commercial will air first? M&M's or Doritos? That could be a little bit closer.
Because M&M's has some crazy, like, weird candy commercials with, how they look like the Chevron commercial sometimes. So
Right. Yeah, that's also true. And then last up, which beer commercial? Budweiser or Heineken?
I'm gonna go with Budweiser, dude. It's a classic football move. They
What
have to kind of bring it back.
watch watch Coors Light come in just out of the
I
blue.
know. I've seen them a little bit.
Oh,
I'm
you can
just
also
I'm just shocked that there's no like Truly or whatever the other ones are.
White Claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see those too. And then last up here, if you've seen me do stand-up comedy before, you know I have a joke about gambling on the Puppy Bowl. Well, there is odds for the Puppy Bowl. You can bet on Team Fluff or Team Rough. If the MVP will be a male or a female, over or under 17 and a half weeks. The spread, Team Fluff is a 7.5 point favorite in the Puppy Bowl.
Dang.
The Puppy Bowl is where they put little rescue dogs in
Yeah.
a football field shaped arena for the audience, and they let them. It's on Animal Planet. They run across the goal line. It's 7 points. It's Michael Vick's the coach. It's cute. Will a puppy attempt to mate during the Puppy Bowl? Yes, plus 350. Letter the MVP's name will begin with. Gender of the Puppy Bowl MVP. Will it be a purebred or a mutt? Will I didn't read this. Will Michael Vick tweet about the Puppy Bowl? You can gamble on whether or not he should probably not. He should probably leave this.
He will, and then he'll go with Team Rough Life.
I think gambling on dogs got Michael Vick in a lot of trouble, so he should probably stay away from that.
That's too funny.
Different kind of dogs. Anyway, we appreciate. Thank you for coming on. I know it wasn't a ton of time and it was kind of short notice, but I appreciate you coming on for this. We'll have you on, more when we have more sports related topics to go over in the future. It was definitely a pleasure. Where can people follow you at?
At K Deuces and at the Sports Betting Queen. You already know, available on Spotify, Amazon, Google, and Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio as well, and YouTube.
Yeah, so we're on all that. You're stuff
on
too,
it,
except YouTube. The show's banned from YouTube. I don't know. Yeah. We kept talking about the Pfizer shot. Got us in trouble. So YouTube said, no, thanks. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.